Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be playing some games in the Ultra League Premier Classic, testing out if my team that got me to Legend rank back in Season 10, or maybe Season 9, is still viable in the Ultra League Premier Classic. The meta hasn't really changed a whole lot. So, I mean, there's like the addition of Sneasler and Como-O, Dragonite getting superpower. But none of those changes seem too crazy. I ran this team right when Trevenant was released, and it consists of Wing Attack, Charizard, and Empoleon and Trevenant with the standard movesets. So we're going to get into these battles. First match here, we have a Glade lead. Pretty good with Wing Attack. My opponent comes into Muck, the Kanto Muck, which is going to warrant me to swap into Empoleon. Empoleon does well here. It double resists the poison jabs. Obviously, the Thunder Punch does chunk damage, but so does the Hydro Cannon. So we can most likely win all shield scenarios. I might go down a shield and just farm up because a Drill Peck will threaten the Gallade. So even if I go down a shield here, I know that I'll probably get it back. So I'm going to do that, and they don't get to another move, which is good. And they should just come into Gallade here. I throw a Waterfall, throw a Drill Peck here, and they are going to shield, so I do get the shield back. And what I do here is pretty stupid. We get to the moves at the same time. But if I throw one more Waterfall, I would still, they would get their confusion through either way. And me throwing there, if they threw at the same time, they would have won CMP. So I could have just gotten another free Waterfall through, but it's not going to matter because their Gallade throws a close combat at me and then leaves knowing that they, whatever their Pokemon in the back is, can't beat a Trevenant and a Charizard. So they can see the match here. We have a Walrein lead in the next match, which is kind of awkward because I lose all shield scenarios and it's really bait dependent. So I go for the Blast Burn here, and something very common that's been happening in Ace Rank is people shielding my nuke moves, but this opponent actually lets it go, which is good. I'm actually gonna shield and try and go for switch, and let's see what my opponent does. He's gonna let it go, so he's actually gonna give me the switch advantage. At this point, I think all I can do is get to a Dragon Claw, but I'm not in the best of spots because they can let this go. It only does like 40%, which is kind of crazy that Gengar has as much bulk as it does. I mean, it's obviously not bulky at all, but I thought that they would take a lot more damage from that. But I come into Empoleon, and they come into their Heracross, and I have an answer to this. So being down a shield really isn't that bad of an issue. I go for the Seed Bomb, which is a little stupid because they're going to let it go because I haven't built up to the Shadow Ball yet. But now they can't use both their shields because they have nothing to shield. So I throw the Seed Bomb at the CMP. I probably should have just tried to farm down. But this will get a shield. I can get to another Seed Bomb, but I try to go for the farm down. They throw a move, which is smart. I should have probably just gone for the farm down. But now I come into Empoleon, and there's they switch and throw a Shadow Claw and then throw, which is 3 turns, which gives me a full Waterfall through, and so able to take that game as well. Either way, he threw a Shadow Punch, which wouldn't have even been lethal. So GG there. Nidoqueen in the next game. Again, kind of awkward, just like Walrein and Obstagoon for this team. They're all quite awkward leads because I don't have the ability with Charizard to win lead with Walrein and Nidoqueen, so I can soft lose lead, kind of come in with something in the back and get an energy advantage. Actually, and that's what I do here is I take shield advantage and they switch into Licky Licky, which is their safe swap here. I'm assuming that they have a double normal team with Nidoqueen. It's a nice team comp, but with that in mind, I'm just going to stay in here because if I come in, obviously coming in Trevenant is super dumb, but I want to use the Trevenant for the Nidoqueen, because Empoleon's going to have a lot of play if they have like a Snorlax or something like that in the back where it's a normal type that I can beat. So let's see what they have in the back. Is it correct? Do they have Snorlax? They do. All right, so this is what I've been planning for. And let's see if this plan can actually work. I have so much energy on Empoleon that I'm actually going to be able to get to 3 Hydro Cannons before they can get to a move, and it's all going to be a matter of, are they going to catch? No, because a Lick came through. And this Hydro Cannon is going to get them low. I would be in like 1 or 2 Lick range, so I'm going to switch. My opponent's going to switch as well. I'm going to shield up a Poison Fang because I know that would do the most damage. And now I'm going to throw a Seed Bomb. I actually win the CMP tie against this Nidoqueen. And that is a Hundo Nidoqueen, so I actually would beat I win CMP against any Nidoqueen, which is good to know. And at this point, I can just get to a Seed Bomb, but I realize that I can farm them down, and there's nothing that they can do. So I'm going to take them out regardless. And now we have, well, once again, another awkward lead. We have Obstagoon. And I was saying Walrein, Nidoqueen, Obstagoon, all awkward leads. You can kind of pivot around it, but Obstagoon is especially awkward because my backline is so weak to it that I kind of have to get a move through somehow. So actually, I think what I need to just start doing against every Obstagoon lead, no matter what, is just bait. Because, well, this one has Obstruct, which is really bad. But I need to be able to get some damage through. Because if they shield up 2 Blast Burns, they have so much health, they can just like sweep my whole team if they go down 2 shields. Obviously, it's a big risk because I could have a Fairy in the back. Something else that would beat Obstagoon, like a Fighter or a Fairy, like a Surfetch maybe could be a good synergy with Charizard. But if they want to go down 2 shields, then I'm actually just screwed. But they don't go down 2 shields. You might see later in the video an Obstagoon go down 2 shields and pretty much sweep my team. But they have the alignment they want now. They're able to get my last shield here, which is pretty... or no, not my last shield. They're able to get a shield, which is okay. And now the Seed Bomb. Gonna get the last shield, and I think I can farm down. So I'm gonna shield this, and I'm actually gonna go for it, I think. If I'm remembering correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. And then they have Turn in the back, and this game was so bad. I lose the CMP tie, and that loses me the entire game. Because if I were to get the Seed Bomb through, I would have been able to farm down the Trevenant and take it out and win the game. Then winning the CMP means that I just lose. So that was my only win con. If I didn't shield the Nidoqueen, they would have been able to get to a move against me and farm me down. But we're going to lose a Heartbreaker there. And then we have a Lapras lead. Very bad for Charizard. A Escavalier safe swap. Very bad for Empoleon. And yeah, this game is looking pretty bad. But I can get to the second Hydro to threaten them. And this will allow me to get shield advantage. So I can tank this energy on Charizard that this Escavalier has built up. It really means nothing to them that they have so much energy. Mega Horn double resisted Drill Run single, but Drill Run doesn't do that much because it's not stab. They actually come back into Lapras, so they basically just give me Switch anyway. And I'm going to be able to get to 2 Seed Bombs here. This is going to be a Surf, so I let it go. I'm going to throw 4. I'm going to... Oh, no, I'm not. They're going to throw another Surf. I'm going to let this go as well. I'm going to throw 1 Shadow Claw. No, I throw 2 Shadow Claws because their second Ice Shard wouldn't KO if I went for another Shadow Claw. So, and now they have Muck in the back, which is pretty bad because I just a Blast Burn doesn't kill. I need a Blast Burn and a Dragon Claw, but they're just going to outpace me to the second move. And to add insult to injury, they catch on a Scavalier. So I'm just absolutely hard countered in this matchup. So after losing a Heartbreaker, I just get absolutely shit on. So that's awesome. A 3-2 set in the first set is decent. We'll get into the second one here. I actually had a 3-2 set before this where I was just warming up with the team. And I definitely should have went at least 4-1, but I was still kind of getting re-familiar with the Premier meta. But yeah, so back-to-back 3-2s, not terrible. This team is okay, I think. I think in some scenarios it's a really good team, and sometimes it's just meh. But I don't know. If you have the Mons, might as well try it. I feel like there's other team comps with Trevenant, but I do like using my double legacy Charizard, so I don't know. And I tested Poliwrath as well on this team instead of Empoleon, and I went 2-8. So I hate this meta sometimes. It's so annoying. It's just Go Battle League's just the most frustrating thing. It doesn't matter what cup. Ultra League Premier Classic is literally my cup, like my meta. It's my favorite, like by far. It's an awesome change of pace from the Ultra League. It's so much better than the Ultra League. And I like it more than the Great League as well. But it's still just so frustrating. I was getting so shafted, honestly, to where I really couldn't do a lot. And the lag today also was horrible for no reason. I was on my Wi-Fi, and I was still getting so much lag. Like later on in my battle, like my last couple sets, it was just bad. So I don't know. I can't play for the next 23 hours because I played these battles in the morning. So I don't know. But we take that game because we had favorable alignment. So we're starting off 1-0. We have a Machamp lead. This is good for me. I lose the zeros, but I win the 1s and 2s. So I am very, 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 very comfortably just going to go down a shield here in exchange for so much energy. And actually what I do in this situation is kind of stupid. Well, they know if I stay in, I'm going to throw the nuke, right? So they shield, and I actually bait because I was using my brain. And they're going to outpace me here. And I didn't think that I was shielding this. So I just brainlessly shielded that move. I don't know if I would have lived. But I throw the second Blast Burn and they shield. And in this situation, it's kind of bad. They're going to throw the superpower here. I'm going to get as low as I can. I probably should have thrown a second Waterfall. But that's fine. This is going to kill them. And then they have Lapras in the back. And this is bad. This is really bad. Especially if they have Ice Beam. So we're going to come in Trevenant, pray to Lord that they have only Surf and Skull Bash. They actually try to catch on Machamp, which is kind of stupid. I throw one more Shadow Claw. They throw an Ice Shard. So I'm assuming that they don't have Ice Beam. And at this point, I can get to 2 Seed Bombs. So 2 Surfs wouldn't kill. So I guess they just didn't have Ice Beam, so we take that game. In the next match, we have a Dragonite lead with Dragon Tail, which is interesting. I kind of like Dragon Breath more because it's the same damage. It's just Dragon Tail is a 3-turn Dragon Claw or Dragon Breath, so I like the 1-turn moves better though, in my opinion. If you do have dumb opponents though, they can give you a full Dragon Tail through. So it's a give and take. Anyways, I'm just going to take shield advantage here. I come in Empoleon and they actually throw, which is kind of weird to me. And I'm thinking that they might actually just be throwing the superpower, but actually they're not. So that's kind of a mistake, but I don't know. I wasn't counting their Dragon Tails to see if they were actually at a superpower. But it's nice here that I actually get to shield the Earthquake, so not all is lost here. They're going to throw a Hydro here because they just are going to get their energy off before they die. And they've got that Dragonite in the back. And this actually lets me farm them down. So they're going to be weak to Empoleon in the back. And they have a Poison Jab Muck. Poison Jab Muck. It's Kanto Muck. And Kanto Muck only has Poison Jab. So going to throw the 2 Hydros here. This is going to guarantee a shield. Otherwise, they just lose. And then I can come in. Oh, no. Actually, I realized that they can't Poison Jab me down, but that's their win con, so I throw the 3rd Hydro because I knew I could get to it. So that's a GG. I 3-ball them, and Trevenant doesn't even have to see the battlefield, which is awesome. So hopping into looking to be game number 4. We're 3-0 in the set, and we have another Obstagoon lead. Very awkward, but slightly favorable. Unless they get the boost, and if they get the boost, then I just cry. That happened today, actually, but I'm not sure if the battle's in the video. It would be the next one, so, or this one, but I think it's the next one. Or it's just not in the video at all. But if they don't boost, I can get a shield and a blast burn, and they boost. Oh, it's because I switched. It's because I switched my 4th and 5th battle in this set because, I'm just going to spoil it. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm just going to get swept here, and I wanted to end on a good match. So, yeah, that's why. Yes, their Obstagoon boosts, and I tried to get greedy and go for the Blast Burn, and they just shield it, or they don't shield it. They counter me down before I can even get to it. I could have just thrown the Dragon Claw, and they probably still would have shielded anyway because boosted Obstagoons shield everything, no matter what it is. And he literally takes out an entire Charizard, 90% of a Trevenant, and half of an Empoleon with 1 Pokemon. And they just have Trevenant in the back. And I just top left. A Drill Peck does like 50% or 60%. So I just top left. That's a GG. In the last match, we have a Charizard against Toxicroak. This is a great lead. They're able to hit the Sludge Bomb, but you get to the moves at the same time. I actually throw 1 before I get to a Blast Burn. This means they're probably going to let it go, and they do. But I think what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm just fine going down a shield. Because Blast Burn is such a good charge move. And even if they come in with something that single or double resists Blast Burn, I can either just switch out of the matchup with all the energy, or I can throw the Dragon Claws. But they come in Walrein, so I can get the shield back here with a Blast Burn. But this is another Pokemon that I really didn't have to worry about that much when I ran this team last time. And that's that Walrein had the community day. And Walrein just kind of destroys this team. So that's, it is what it is. They're going to get to the Earthquake here. I play this game really dumb, but I live the Earthquake with enough health to where I can get to a Drill Peck, and they're going to have to throw into me if they want to take me out. And there's only one win con here, and that is them switching out. And they throw the move here. And what do? They switch into Trevenant, which takes 1 turn, which means I'm going to outpace them. Not even have to worry about a CMP tie. And the win con here, if the Walrein is energy dry, we are going to outpace them to a Seed Bomb and win the CMP. Is it true? They are energy dry. We are able to win the CMP, and we take them out. Absolutely incredible match. Should not have won that game in any simulation ever, but we get extremely lucky and take the game. So I went 10-5 with this team, And then that's when I kind of started to venture off. I think that it's good, but not great. I don't think that it's a perfect team, especially with Walrein being so prevalent. Even though it got the nerf, it's still everywhere. Obstagoon is everywhere, and Nidoqueen is everywhere. And those are 3 Pokemon that just kind of destroy the line. So, in niche settings, yes, it's good. If you're not seeing those Pokemon, which I'd be shocked and, like, send me footage, but run it maybe. But I wouldn't recommend. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one with another, probably more meta team. So yeah, stay tuned for that. See you guys.